I'm ready for the show to come back. It's some unanswered question, not a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I just like the show and I like the characters. And I still want to see where like what he's gonna be. I hope he get a bigger role. I don't know if they gonna change anything they wrote, but I wonder that like you're a writer. Let's say you do a show, production has to stop. Do you go off what social media is saying? Like, do you go off those narratives or do you keep your script? Like, because what if you come across like a narrative that's like, that would be dope. Like, do you go ahead and take that narrative because nobody knows you? Do you switch it up or do you just keep it how it is and like, no, we're going with what we have?
I think it depends on. So for me, right, I like to surprise people. I'm a big, of course. I'm known for my cliffhangers. I'm known for my I didn't know we are gonna do that, like stuff like that. So for me, sometimes if somebody writes something, let's say I've already written a season and somebody writes on social media, hey, I think this is gonna happen. Sometimes I might go back and because they be like, I'm like, dang, they kind of guess what I wrote. So I sometimes go back and
you go back and change some stuff.
Yeah, I'll go back and change some stuff. Like I don't want people. I don't like myself to be predictable. So I'll go. It depends on the project. But if I already have set in my mind that this is how I want it to go, then right. I have to, like, all right, we have to just bear it and y'all guess right. But to answer your question with Power, I don't know if I would change it necessarily because I think in their minds they kind of already have the story arc how they want it to go. It seems like they already know what their end game is going to be.
Okay.
So I don't know if changing it would change how they foresee where they're going. I mean, again, there's so many layers, which I'm not confused, but I'm just like, there's so many layers with Power because again, you got the different books. Because with book 2, they're mentioning Tommy a lot. And as you know, Tommy has his own book. So it's like, how does that, what's happening in book 2, how does that affect Tommy's book?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's so many layers. Now that Power has the different books. And also with Lorenz Tate's character, he's been guest appearing on book 2. He has his own book coming out too. So like, how does book 2 play into all their books? So many layers now. So I don't know if they would have the opportunity to really go back because they have breaks, go back and change or how that affect all the other books.
But it possibly you change one thing, you might have to change a bunch of other things.
It's a butterfly effect. Yeah. So
but and that's all assuming that they wrote all the other books already.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I am curious about that. Snowfall come back as well.
Yes, finally.
I'm ready for Snowfall. Because we the streets, you, the social media, we gave Snowfall this name as the best show on TV.
Mm-hmm.
We gave it that name. God bless the dead. That he's no longer here. John Singleton. So we were worried about whether or not the show would still have that thing it had that was better than all the other shows, which was writing and everything else.
Yeah, that magic.
I think it will. I do think that it goes to me. I look at it like this, right? I'm happy for Snowfall coming back, and I want to see it, regardless of what it is. I want something, right? But I do think that we take for granted sometimes. I know we look at things like a name, so they'll say like, yeah, John Singleton, but he's not really writing everything. He's not doing it. But if it's a big difference, I think we're gonna take that. We'll know that not to take people for granted. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because he may not write every single line or whatever. I don't know what he do or what hand he dealt in it, but whatever he had an eye for it to be the best show at some, for whatever reason.
Right.
So I'm just curious. I'm curious because I feel like I'm watching the show, but I'm also gonna be looking for that, and I think that's gonna ruin it for me a little bit, maybe. Cause I'm looking for changes like. He wouldn't have did that. He wouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different now. I don't like that. But I want to also be able to be okay with character development or character change or a different direction it might be going in. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah, I hope you wouldn't look at it that way. Cause I mean, like, just for instance, just with the other show that, unfortunately took a left turn that we used to like, The Chi. I mean, the creator is still there. And like I said, season 3 definitely.
Bring that up. I'm sorry.
I got to. Season 3.
I don't know what's worse this year, COVID or The Chi. I don't know. I don't know what's worse this year, bro. I can't tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know.
Man, but yeah, I mean, it's just. I think it just depends on like I said. Sometimes you take pivots. Sometimes they work. Sometimes they don't. So with Snowfall, we'll see. I think. Cause I don't know. I think he passed before season 3 came out, if I'm not mistaken.
But I just assuming it was already written.
You think
Because
so?
a show like that with that kind of production power, I don't think they just lingering around. You know what I'm saying? Things is in motion, they in the works. Go back to our last week's show talking about first. You know, looking at the stuff they were doing. I wonder if other shows were doing that as well, having them read throughs.
This is the Hollywood.
So everybody do that, like
read through.
And I guess it looked like they was every time they did it, they created chemistry. So when I'm saying that, you saying that John Cena had passed already, but they probably had things in motion to do certain things already now too. So maybe it won't be as I'm thinking. Put like this: watching that documentary, thinking about what I know, talking to you, I'd be wondering how the show like The Shy. That's the issue. The Shy.
Okay.
You just going off what you said. You said everybody they do that. They read the scripts, right? What do you do when you leave there and you reading episode 5 through 10 and like what the hell? Because the 1 through 4 was straight. 1 through 4 was straight. But what do you do when you go read 5? You're like, then you read 6, you're like, then you read 7, you're like, all right, 8, 9. You know, it's like, what do you do?
I mean, you want
like, do you say something like, yo, this is not it? Is it in the room and not it on film?
I think you want to keep your job. As an actor, your job is to portray what's on the paper.
Now you gotta act off camera because I like the show, so you won't use your check.
Listen, it depends. Honestly, it depends on the set because I mean, like just going back to the Fresh Prince documentary. But I don't know if it's different with sitcoms than it is with dramas. But like I know, like certain. You have opportunity. There was an opportunity to kind of voice their opinions on different things. Like, hey, can we try it this way? I don't know if it works with dramas or if it's the same way, but I'm not quite. But again, it depends on the set because, like, some writers and directors they want to know. I want this. I wrote this. This is what I want.
So also, we talk about the writing and directing. I know I should know because you had the show and stuff, but I don't know if anything. It's always the same. So you write a script out, right? Now, obviously, you're shooting in different angles, shooting in different times. You don't know what you're shooting for, what, So the read through and the stuff we've seen, so that 60-minute, because it's a sitcom, is different than the hour show. I wonder that 60-minute show we see on that 52-minute show we see The Shy, is that the same thing they're reading that day?
Yes.
Or things twitching, are they saying, let's put that scene first?
I mean, it depends.
So it might be different for something like that. It's possible.
It depends. Like I say,
they might not do an actual because you can't do a full. I would assume a full read through all the characters because it's not going to hit the same. Maybe I don't know.
It depends. Like I said, I honestly I've never done a full read through in a long time. The last read through I did was when we was doing the oath at the time.
Right.
But. I'm not. It depends. Like I said, but the whole purpose of a read through, like especially like when the writers are in there, is to hear how it sounds. So they might hear something that may not sound right, and they're like, "Oh, we need to change this or do this." Or, again, actors may have an opportunity to say, "Hey, can we say it this way?" Or can we? It depends. So it depends on how open the room is and how open the production is. So, but even then, I know for me, like when let's say for instance, I'm editing Brotherhood, right? I think it was one season I was editing Brotherhood, and one of the scenes didn't make sense. When I wrote it, it made sense. When I was editing it, it didn't make sense to have one of the scenes before the other.
Right.
So I swapped it, and it made more sense that way. So it just depends. I'm editing my own stuff, so I mean I have the liberty to do that, but I don't know how it is with networks. So they say, hey, this don't really make sense to have this scene before this one. Can we swap it? Because sometimes, again, when you swap in scenes, it tells a better story and it gives a difference. Because I'm going to tell you this, season 3 of Brotherhood wasn't supposed to end that way on the script. I edited it a different way.
Okay, but you do a lot of changes sometimes.
Yeah. So
it's possible that changes are being made.
Yeah. But to answer your question, as far as like you just like as an actor, you just going in and say, oh my God, this script sucks, 5 through 10. I mean, I don't think you have the liberty to do that.
Yeah, then like I said, it may not. Maybe they're stuck in that reading. Maybe because it's contract negotiation, all that stuff is in there. They probably like, look, I got a big chunk to say here. I'm gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? This episode, so they don't care about what's. They might not. I don't know.
Again, as an actor, it's your job just to portray what's on the page, not to give social commentary.
Got you.
And I think everybody's perspective was different because again, there were some people that thought season 3 was great.
Who?
I said some people.
Hey, listen, anybody listen, if you thought season 3 The Shah was great. Please come talk to me.
Some
I want to
people.
know. I want to know what you thought was great about it.
Some people. I don't know who.
I believe. I
people
believe
are,
you. I definitely believe you.
But I saw some people was like, oh, this is bomb. So I mean, like I said, for me, I didn't think it was the best. That's all I got.
Oh, I'm only saying that because like you speaking of like bombing. Now I did hear this, and we talk about this every year pretty much, but this year it seemed like it's a little extra. They saying that a lot of those Grammy nominations were bomb. Like they blew it. They messed up. I'm hearing this year the Grammys really messed up.
Okay.
I know we have a take on whether the Grammys should matter or not. You know, we always talk about it every year.
Yeah.
It's the Grammy. It shouldn't matter. Who cares? It's not for us. But then
What's up with
that
voice? What's up with that voice?
You know, it's the Man Black voice.
Oh, that's what it is. Gotcha.
You know, BT didn't land on us. No, but I'm saying like people didn't watch the last like what was it, Soul Train that just happened?
Yes.
I didn't even talk about that. Oh, I'm not saying people didn't watch it. People did watch it.
We definitely can talk about it.
I definitely watched. Talk about it.
But
but you see, like the Grammys is a big topic when you don't get the nomination, but I don't hear people saying, "All right, the Soul Train, the voting's in." I don't hear about that. I hear the show coming out, but unless they just don't have a thing for that where you can watch it or you can vote and interact, I don't know. But the Soul Train,
I think each awards has a committee and they have their whole voting thing that they have going on. I mean, the general public may not know about it, but I think each one has their own voting academy that they have.
So they now I don't know if you know any art, but I heard Summer Walker was snubbed.
Okay.
People saying she had possibly the best R&B album last year, and she qualified for it. And she had the numbers, from my understanding, sales, the chart numbers, and she didn't get even. I don't think she even got nominated.
Only person I honestly saw that was upset was The Weeknd.
No. Okay, so
I'm saying like that's on this whole topic. I just that's the only person I saw that was like that's what when I brought it to you.
She may not care.
Right.
Because she just don't seem like she care.
But yeah, she got a lot going on right now anyway. So
I heard. She didn't watch her armpits, right?
Huh?
She didn't watch. I heard she didn't watch her armpits. Is that true?
I don't know about her personal. I know she's dealing with this whole London on the track thing. I know she's pregnant by him. Allegedly, he doesn't take care of his other kids. Whatever. That's a whole different topic. But the only person I saw that what brought my attention to it was The Weeknd was saying that he was snubbed, and then I think Drake had also said that The Weeknd was snubbed. So that's how I saw it. I was like, oh, okay. So people are snubbed this year. So and I know some people were saying which of course I'm gonna agree with it because she's one of my favorite artists. That said Brandy was snubbed.
Come on now.
I mean that album was good.
come on.
That album was good. I don't care.
What we doing here? What we doing here?
B7 was bomb.
So
B7 was her most personal album. It was so good. You gotta listen to it in its entirety. It's amazing. So it's amazing R&B.
I'm trying to pull up the Grammy nomination real quick. I'm trying to see. Oh, I said Beyonce leads. What she put out? I don't know.
She did the whole
that Simba thing.
Hmm?
That Lion King thing.
The Black is King.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big Beyonce fan. You know that, right?
I know.
I'm not big on that song. I mean, it has grown on me now, but nah, I'm not into that.
But you know, if she wouldn't have got nothing for that, it would have been a whole uproar. Because it's always
about me.
I mean, but by the Beehive definitely. Because it's like, yeah, and I think she's in contention to get an Academy nomination for that too. I don't know.
So I want to read one real quick while you're looking it up. It says album of the year. You got Janae. What's her name? What's her last name?
Janae Aiko.
Yeah, that girl.
Hey, man, that album's bomb.
It's nice. It's dope. It's dope. I don't know if it's better than some Walkers though. Black Pumas. I don't know who that is. Coldplay. I heard of them. They're a white group. Jacob Collier. I never heard of him. Haim. Dua Lipa.
She's good. I like her.
Post Malone. I heard of him. Taylor Swift. Record of the year. Beyonce. Black Parade. Colors by Black Pumas. Rockstar the Baby. I know that song. Say So. Doja Cat. She won't win nothing. Billy. Everything I Wanted. Don't Start Now. Circles. Post Malone. And Savage by Meg Thee Stallion. Okay, Meg got a little now. Okay. Song of the year. Black Parade. The Box by Roddy Ricch. Cardigan, Taylor Swift, Circles, Post Malone, the same people. I Can't Breathe by her. I mean, it's the same thing over and over again. Best new artist. I don't know none of them.
You know D
Meg Thee
Smoke.
Stallion. Who? D Smoke. Who's that?
You know D Smoke.
Who is D Smoke?
Don't you know D Smoke?
No, I don't.
I feel like you know D
What
Smoke.
song they got?
I don't know.
I never heard of D Smoke.
I feel like you do.
He's a guy?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know nobody. I don't know a man named D Smoke. I know D Money from Brandy, the Moesha show. Ray J.
D Smoke was the winner of that Netflix show.
I ain't watch it. See,
you did?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I didn't watch that show.
Oh, yeah.
I heard it was good though.
No, it was great. It's great.
Yeah, I heard it was great. I heard it was great.
He's that's Sir's brother. You heard of Sir?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, got song together.
Yeah.
And
Sir's with Kendrick's Camp.
Best progressive R&B album: Janae Aiko again, Chloe and Holly,
yeah.
Free Nationals, Robert. I mean, just Thundercat. I don't know. Best rap album: D Smoke, Freddie Gibbs, Jay Electronica, Nas, and Royce the 5'9". Wow. Rap has definitely had a horrible year at those nominations only. Wow, I don't read no more. But yeah, that's the drift. Not sure if we need to care about the Grammys though. Long story short, I think that the Grammys, regardless of how you feel about it, the Grammys are. It makes you more money. You win a Grammy, your name change because you go from Carlton Clay to Grammy Award winning Carlton Clay,
or even Grammy nominated,
and that's it's money in those words. Period. So we could. I don't care what black people say. We could say that's not for us. We don't care. Listen, everybody wants that by their name. It's more money attached. So when you have nothing else no more, and they say their name and they call you by that, now you have something.
Here's my perspective on it. I'm really big on. I'm gonna stand by what I've been saying. Like I said, I think we should, as black people, we should put as much energy into our award shows as we do the Grammys, the Oscars. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, "Hey, if they offer me a Grammy for my EP that I put out, I'm gonna take it. I'm definitely gonna take it."
Make sure you get nominated. Go ahead. What you talking? I'm trying to make sure.
I did because I didn't submit.
Nah, keep going.
Okay. But because again, that's a major accomplishment. It puts you in rooms that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to go into.
Oh no, you didn't get nominated.
Okay, thank you for confirming.
Yo, y'all snub my boy, man. Come on.
But at the same time, again, I think for me, like I think again, we put as much excitement. Like you said again with the Soul Train Award, same thing. It's like again, I mean, even with talking about Brandy, she didn't mention anything about the Grammy. Somebody else did. Another person said she was snubbed or whatever. But I saw how excited she was because she won an award at the Soul Train Awards, and I saw how excited she was and how appreciative she was of our people accepting her and appreciating her and supporting her and everything. Monica, she got a big award that night. Same thing. It's like I love how some people are now starting to really, really love our award shows, like the ones that celebrate us and our culture and everything. So I think if more celebrities would get excited and get behind, even if they're not nominated, just get behind the award shows that appreciate us and our music and our culture and our arts and everything. I think it would lessen the blow of, okay, I didn't get nominated for a Grammy or whatever. Again, not saying that a Grammy isn't good. Like a Grammy is dope. I think that's a dope accomplishment. An Oscar is a dope accomplishment. But again, sometimes we get so caught up in that you forget about the politics that are involved when it comes to those type of award show. Because again, it'll be ignorant for me to sit up here and say it's solely based on the art when it's definitely not. It's a lot of politics that's involved when it comes to those type of awards.
Yeah, and I was talking to somebody the other day saying how politics is pretty much in anything. It's not just your governor and stuff like that. The Grammy nomination, now you enter in a whole new world, a whole new atmosphere of just people you talk to. It's a whole new society. That's a society. Winning a Grammy or being nominated for a Grammy, so you enter that as well. So yeah, you're right. It comes with a lot. It definitely comes with a lot. Even somebody saying that, like we be laughing, joke. I mean, just to do it for entertainment purposes. Brandy is definitely a phenomenal artist. I now take that from her. I'm a big Brandy fan. But even somebody saying that, like she was snubbed, it just go and tell you that there are people that still feel that way about Brandy being at a certain level. You know what I'm saying? Like and they look at her that way, whether it's because she won a Grammy before or not. You know what I'm saying? It's just about her being in that society. She had never won, then they probably wouldn't bring it up. The fact that she won before, like you always, anytime you put something out, you always in a running for it now, no matter what, no matter who you are. So And that's why it's important to not like the snub, because sometimes you only get that one shot to really get in there, and they snub your best project. Like, you probably never make it again.
Like, I think with that comes a lot of pressure and responsibility, though. I think, like I said again, like when you, for me, I guess again, looking at it from this perspective, if you go into creating art just for the love and for the opportunities, I want to just create this album, I want to create this movie or this television show just because I want to get my voice out and do it, and not really care about the pressures of am I going to get an award, get nominated, whatever. I think that again takes the sting away from it. And this is me speaking from me. When I did my EP or whatever, I wasn't thinking, oh, let me see if I'm gonna get a Grammy for this. You know what I'm saying? I just did it because it was something that I wanted to do. I want to express myself in a different type of way. When I create my shows, yes, I submit them to different things, but when I'm initially creating my shows or producing my shows, I don't go into it thinking, oh, let me see what awards I'm gonna get from this or whatever. It's just purely about the art of it. So I think if artists go in with that thought of I'm just creating art for the sake of creating art, then right, I think it'll take away the oh man, I should have got nominated for this or whatever. I mean, again, you might think The Weeknd might think his album is like the bomb, but a lot of people do apparently think his work is amazing. So I mean, he might think that he should deserve an award or whatever. So I mean, I can't take away this thing from him, but I think again, if you're trying to take your perspective of it going into it, you won't really, because I know some artists that create music or whatever, they don't get nominated, they don't care. It's like I did what I wanted to do with this, especially artists that, like, let's say they're under this big regime of the industry, and they finally do like an independent project. They really finally get to do something they want to do. They're just excited they get to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying?
And I think it go what you're saying. Though I think The Weeknd, he's now making albums to win a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I said people are doing it just to put it out. He's doing it for the opposite. He's doing it for Grammy nomination, because I think he probably got addicted to that one time he won all them Grammys, and now he wants it every time. But it go back to you saying it's a lot of politics and it comes a lot of pressure, because now I feel like every album we get from him probably is going to be pressure to win a Grammy or pressure to get nominated for a Grammy. Whereas, you know, you put the music out and let the people decide. I know Grammy has like their own panel anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got to make the music, man. And I know it's easy said it done, because I don't do music, but you just gotta make the music, man. I don't know if you're gonna be he got it before. So whatever he did before, he just didn't do this time properly.
I think you could apply it to just with anything. I think just like I said, even going to talking about movies or whatever. You know, with again speaking on me with reindeer games, like I didn't go into it thinking, oh, I'm getting snubbed for an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I didn't even submit. I don't even know how to do that. But again, I went into it just like with this to create some art. Let's create a dope film. So I think it's how you go into it, and the extra stuff when it comes, and it's like, all right, cool, that's dope. I think it like, you know, you go into a situation not expecting a lot, so that way you're not disappointed. Because like, if you kind of go in like expecting this, and this, and it don't happen, it's like you're disappointed. But if you can kind of go in blindly and nakedly, like, and then the stuff is added to you, then you like, oh, that's dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's how you go into it.
Situation. It's been a weird year, so everything is weird anyway. So I'm not surprised that people being upset for getting snubbed. You know, go harder next year, because you got some people who get Grammys and don't care about, like, by the time they get to a certain level, they don't care about a Grammy no more, and they get them. I think Drake was a prime example, but even Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure like they happy they got him, but by the time they got there, they were like, I'm good doing what I'm doing.
Right.
You know, I'm accept because, you know, I worked hard for it, but I didn't work for this. It just my hard work paid off and I got this.
Right.
So
right. Yeah, again, this is about your expectations. I think again, it just goes back to what I've been saying. If you go into it, just go into it saying, I'm gonna just create some great art. And if it comes with the Grammy or the Oscar or Image Award, Soul Train Award, whatever, cool. If it doesn't, I did what I want to do, and I'm cool with what I did, and I make some money off of it. So there it is.
Yeah, I mean that definitely make money off it. You good to go. You get the bag.
Pretty much.
But like I said, I don't read too much want to go deep into the Grammys, I mean that's like that can be a whole podcast in itself if you really break it down. But shout out to them. And at the end of the day, people say they want to say about the Grammys. People still have Grammy parties. They watch them.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, but what I want to end on a note about the Grammys is you mentioned us want like black people should watch their own thing, whether it's the Soul Train Awards or with the BET Awards, the Hip Hop Awards, something like that. But I would challenge the people who put these award shows together to put it together as if you putting the Grammys together. Because the Grammys be like this star-studded crazy thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about like not no bootleg kind of thing. Like do it for real. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be a BET award where let's just say remember them years Drake was winning BET award but he wasn't coming.
Mm-hmm.
You should have it. I'm not saying you should have to do it, but if you have to give him a check to come because you want to create that persona. This is an important award show. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't create that persona as an important award show, people ain't gonna treat it like that. People watch the Grammy because they want to see. Hey, they know everybody gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
But you're never gonna have the attitude with the Grammys. You gotta somehow, some way, get that same attitude with the BET Award, with the Hip Hop Awards. That it's a big deal. But I think it got a big part to do with just how we look at the BET Awards and Hip Hop Awards and how we take it. We don't look at the Grammys, so we don't treat it like that. But we probably should.
Yeah, definitely. I think we definitely should. I definitely 1000% agree with that. I don't know about the paying people part, but
when I say that, I'm saying like I'm put this. If you want your movie to look a certain kind of way, right? The budget gotta get up. You're not gonna. Yeah, you could say talent matters, all that stuff, but you get somebody a $500 budget and a $500,000 budget. 9 times out of 10, that $500,000 budget might just get the job done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like they might need to put more into their award shows. Maybe not paying artists, no, maybe don't do that, but put more into their award shows. Like you gotta spend more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta invest more into that award show.
Yeah.
I like the Hip Hop Awards. Don't get me wrong. I like it for what it is. But we always say it can be better. It can always be better.
I see what you're saying. I got you. Well, speaking of parties and people caring about stuff, people definitely are caring about what these celebrities are doing when it comes
celebrities. Black celebrities.
People are caring about what these black celebrities are doing when it comes to now. We are still in quarantine, still dealing with COVID-19, coronavirus, all that stuff. A lot of these black celebrities are getting flack for apparently, quote unquote, not caring about the standards of how many people they are around. Cardi B got a lot of flack recently. She had a whole Thanksgiving celebration inside her house, even though she said that everybody was tested beforehand, during, and after.
What she was celebrating for?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, she got a Grammy. I said, what she did?
No, Thanksgiving, bro.
Okay.
Regina Carter, Lil Wayne's daughter, she recently just had a birthday party. She's getting a lot of flack for having it. And having an amount of people that was there. I know you don't watch reality TV like that, but Cynthia Bailey, same thing from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
That's a fine one.
She's the model, yes.
Yes,
she had her big wedding, and even though people wore masks and shields and everything, people still gave her flack for having a big wedding during the pandemic. Rita Ora, she's an artist. She's overseas, but she got a lot of flack because she had a birthday party. Like basically, a lot of people are just really going in on people still having these gatherings, but they're saying we're still in the pandemic, So what is your take on people not minding their business?
You should mind it. Definitely. These people, if these stars want to catch COVID, let them do their thing. I'm pretty sure they got their own personal doctor that can take care of them, all that stuff. But I think the main thing is stores is open back up. People are eating at Applebee's, people eating at Waffle, people eating at Roof Chris. The gatherings are happening all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
We are gathered right now. Gatherings are happening. I don't know what to tell you. Like I don't know what part of the world you in. Maybe it's the lockdown where you at. But where I'm at, gatherings are happening. You barely see people with their face masks on now. They just stop caring. I'm not saying I ain't saying do that though, but I'm just saying I see it. So I don't see what the big deal is with these celebrities. They know what they're doing.
Here's the thing. This is where I might get in trouble, but you know me, I don't care. I made it a point where I made a decision that I can't allow COVID to stop me from living my life, right? And I feel like if I'm responsible, if I am doing the things that I need to do when it comes to like, wearing the face mask in public, doing the social distancing when need be, making sure I wash my hands, hand sanitizer, all that stuff. Um, Nothing. I feel like I can go out and do the things I need to do. For instance, case in point, when I'm clearly making these films, right?
Mm-hmm.
So um when I looked at it like this, when Tyler Perry opened back up and when Hollywood slowly but surely started opening back up, I was like, okay, I feel like I can start doing what I need to do to make these films because bills got to be paid. And then again, the art has to be put out there. People are itching, we're itching to get back in front of the camera and everything. So we started out slowly, but we started out slow. We did My Brother's Keeper. It was only a cast of like 4 people. And we kind of slowly but surely built back up to all right, going to do them back on set. I had people fill out COVID contracts. Again, we checked the temperature.
COVID contracts.
We had COVID contracts. We checked people's temperature, making sure they straight. We got the hand sanitizer on deck. If you feel like you need to wear a mask throughout, you can do that. I can't do it because I'm big and trying to move around with the camera. If you see me move around the camera, I move a lot, and it's a lot trying to breathe within the mask. I can't do it. So I'll be like, I'm good, y'all. I'm straight or whatever. People, if they felt like they need to take a test before coming in, they did that. There's different things that you could do to kind of do things safely and still move on with your life. I just made that decision for me. I can't tell you what to do. If you feel like you want to stay in the house, do that. Stay isolated. Do that. Do what you need to do. Especially, I know a lot of people are elderly or they're around elder people.
Right.
So you have to kind of be cautious of that. But like for me, just for my situation, we had to make some things shake. And if everybody around me feels safe to be around each other, then I say, why not? Let's go ahead and make this film. Let's go ahead and make this series. I had a boat party this year. I was not letting COVID stop me for my birthday. So
Carlton had a gathering, y'all.
I did. And we checked everybody's temperature before they got on the boat. If your temperature ran high, you couldn't get on the boat. People that for the most part, people wore masks too, except we took a picture. I think it looks weird. We take pictures with masks. So we took them off for the pictures. But we had food on the boat, so people was eating too. So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, I just feel like if you're doing what you need to do, then I think you should just not worry about what everybody else is doing. Like you said, especially with these celebrities, I mean, they already have things in place. Like they have the money to get checked every day. So, I mean, just let them do what they're going to do. I want these celebrities to stop apologizing. That's what I want. If you make a decision, stand by it and keep it pushing. If you decide to have a birthday gathering and it's a legal gathering, like some areas, it has to be a certain number of people in the building or whatever. But if you have the right amount of people in your gathering and you're doing what you need to do, keep it pushing. I don't care. Like I think the problem is again with social media has given people that nobody wouldn't have any weight. They gave them some weight in people's lives. I'm just like, live your life and keep it pushing. Like if people comment negatively about it, so what? Who cares? They're just a troll. That's how I look at it, especially the ones with no pictures. You're nothing but trolls.
But that's like a good feature for people when they make this little tweet and everybody start liking it. Oh, she's right. They shouldn't be gathering. COVID is still around, and everybody start liking it and liking it. And you going viral because you got 100,000 likes and 50,000 retweets. I guess that makes people feel good about their day, bro.
I guess whatever. Like I said, I dared.
I can't relate.
I dared somebody to come at me about my boat-ish. I dared because I was gonna do it regardless.
All right, Gucci man.
I'm just saying, like, again, I feel like we're all adults, and I said this before. We're all adults. We're not, we all are capable. We all capable of making our own decisions. We're all here mentally. So if you feel like you're good and the people around you are good and y'all do the necessary precautions to stay good, then do what you're gonna do. And it is what it is. I don't care about what Susie and Johnny are doing. If that's what they want to do, they want to stay cooped up in their house or whatever, then do that. I mean, like I said, just do it. Do what you feel like you need to do for you. You can't sit up here and regulate what everybody else is doing. So, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I want to do regardless. So you can put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Pause, but that's funny.
I'm just saying. Check your grown up email.
Yo, what's up with the why? What? Explain that to me. Cause I see. Is that a sibling thing y'all got going on?
Okay, so basically,
you said check your song on repeat email or something like that. What was that about? What
this
I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing new slang.
So basically, it's a show called it's a reality show that's come on called Hollywood Exes. R. Kelly's ex-wife Drea, she was on the show, and she used to say all the time, "Check your whatever email" when she was making a reference. So so me and Kendra, we watched a marathon recently because they had like a big reunion last week, and we just started back saying it.
Got you. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So if I did something like, I don't know, if I had ego issues, check your ego email. Something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You got it. You caught on.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. That's
dope. That's dope.
But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like people. I just think people think that they have room to have access to your life and tell you what to do when they really don't. I'm just saying, like, that's just. I don't get it. Like I said, for me, I feel like if you take a risk every day, and like I said, I was having a conversation with my friend. I was like, you take a risk, and like, again, I want y'all to hear my heart on this. I'm not minimizing the seriousness of coronavirus or COVID. Anybody who's had it or dealt with it, I know it's very serious. But like I said again, you can't live your life in fear, because if you do that, you're not going to do anything. Again, there's a difference between just being, just not caring, just doing whatever, and still living your life, but living it cautiously. So again, I was telling my friend, I was like, you can walk out your house and get hit by a bus. Now I know that sounds crazy, but it could happen. I mean, if you see Final Destination, I'm just saying.
Okay, I see.
So. Or I mean, again, we live in a society where people just like to shoot people. So you can walk out your house and get hit by a stray bullet.
Okay,
it can happen. I'm just saying, like, I'm being so serious right now. So I think you live every day. You live every day risking the fact that you could not be here the next minute. No minute is promised to us. So again, I just feel like you can't just live your life like, oh my God, what if I get COVID today? Like, I mean, if you do that, then you're not living. Like, you're just existing. And like, who wants to just exist? I want to live.
They trying to wait it out, man. Trying to wait that COVID out, man.
I mean, hey, I already got theories on that, but I don't feel like doing it. I'm not doing the conspiracy theories right now, but I already got theories on it.
Woke Carlton.
Hey, check your woke email.
Check your woke email.
Check it.
Well, we need to check this restaurant etiquette email because that's the topic you sent. I did try to open the link. I couldn't get it.
Okay.
So give me the backstory of this restaurant etiquette thing you got going on here.
So basically, there's been this video going viral. This Dallas restaurant owner went off on some of his patrons, female patrons, because they were twerking in his restaurant. And he has
against the rules?
Huh?
He has a no twerking?
Yes, there's no twerking in this restaurant, right?
It's a known fact. It's a known fact. It's in the rule book. It says no twerking in my restaurant.
There is no twerking. I want to play the video. If I let me play it. Let's see, because I want people to hear.
Rule number 3, no twerking.
Oh, okay.
You got ads playing, bro?
Get it together. Check it. Get together email.
I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept, so Black people can have somewhere nice to go to. Okay,
Facts.
Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a. Stop the music, please.
Stop the
music.
music.
Where our people can feel good about ourselves as a culture. Okay. No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink. Don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I'm on men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here. So how can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are talking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out of my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So don't do it now. Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
So
That's the funniest thing I've seen all day, bro.
So a lot of people, of course, a lot of women were going in about saying how he did not handle that right, did not handle that correctly. I got this from B. Scott, but apparently after the video circulated, of course, it definitely went viral. The restaurant owner, he released a statement apologizing for the poor choice of wording, but ultimately stands by the decision to address the patrons. He said when the incident first occurred, the guests were politely asked to stop and have respect for themselves and other customers. Later, as another video shows, a customer stood on her seat, placed her hands against the glass windows, and began to twerk. My immediate reaction was this woman could fall through the window, and we would be the target of a lawsuit if she is injured.
Fall through the window? She must have a lot of yams.
I mean,
she must have the yams.
Possibly can happen. The restaurant claims that it will adjust the playlist and DJ selections going toward to curb people's desire to twerk. As for twerking being a part of our culture, we do not welcome that part of the culture that will come into a restaurant, stand on furniture, and twerk while using culture as an excuse, the statement adds. So yeah, that's a lot.
What restaurant is this, bro?
I'm not reading the rest of this.
What's the name of the restaurant?
I can't find it right now. It just says the Dallas restaurant.
He said, "Take it to prom."
It's called
Take it to Pink.
True Kitchen and Cocktails.
True Kitchen
and Cocktails.
Hey, he went. Hey, that's a nice name.
Here's the thing, yo. Like, honestly, I agree with him.
I about to say, because as he was talking, I'm like, early in the podcast, you was like, stand on what you're saying, so don't go saying.
I'm not backing down.
You can't even get mad at him.
I agree.
Now his tone, his tone was wild though. But I understand it's his establishment. You can't even talk. You can't. He did nothing wrong in there. Maybe the cursing part, I don't know.
But hold on. But here's the thing, though, bro. Okay, so according to the article, he said he politely asked first to tell them to ask them to stop, but they continued. So if somebody came to your establishment and you asked them to stop doing something and they disrespected your wishes, you wouldn't get in your bag and be like, "Hey, I told you." You got, because some people for some reason, some people don't understand you being nice to them. Some people, you have to cuss at them for them to get it.
I need to see how they look twerking too. That's a big thing for me. For me, maybe not for you. For me, it's a big thing. I need to know, like, were they just doing a bad job and he was getting pissed off? Is that a real rule? Like,
I believe that's the rule in his establishment. He doesn't want. It's a nice establishment for African Americans to gather.
It's the Grammys. It's the Grammys of Houston, so no twerking.
I guess, but
take it to the prom.
He doesn't want twerking in his establishment, which I can respect. Again, it has nothing to. I remember like an earlier podcast before we talked about something. There's obviously some rules that they don't want. They just don't want black people in your restaurant, but this has nothing to do with skin color. This is about an action that you control. You can control twerking. So, like, if a restaurant doesn't want you to twerk in the establishment,
so they can do all the dances, just not twerking.
I don't think he want dancing. Period. I think it's just someone you just come in and sit and eat.
He need to play classical music.
I disagree.
The music sounded like some up tempo music.
To me, so that means that you can't control your actions. You're a freaking adult. You're not 17. Come on. Like, again, it goes back to accountability. Come on. You're a full freaking adult. You can control. You don't have to twerk everywhere, or you don't have to bump and grind everywhere. Like, come on. Like, no. If his rules say no twerking or no dancing in my restaurant, then either do that or go somewhere else. It's simple as that. It's not your right to eat at True's Kitchen and Cocktails. That does not violate your civil rights. Yeah. There are other restaurants you can go to if you want to go twerk and eat.
Yeah, I'd definitely be at prom. I don't know. I maybe the food is good. I don't like. I would have to know more about everything around it, because I do think when you personalize it, that your view would be different. Because let's say that if you put it here, and let's say it was somewhere where we don't really care to go anyway, and that video went viral, we would be talking about it different. Like, he should be happy somebody was in the restaurant. I don't know what it's like out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the vibe is like. I don't know what prom is like or the other stuff you said go. I don't know. But and just to you said etiquette. So I say that if the rules is the rules, yeah, follow them. Like you follow the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? If they say, because the restaurant say they don't take Discover here, you can't keep.
That's like because there's some restaurants you have to wear a dress code and a tie.
If it's an upscale restaurant, then I can understand his frustration. If it is known that that's supposed to be an upscale restaurant or a restaurant we don't do, I guess, twerking. I don't want to say ghetto because I don't think it's a ghetto thing because everybody do it now. Then okay. I would need no more history with this though. Like, I need to know that that's the rule for. I need to know more. I hate to make an assumption off a video, but off the video, if he the owner. He ain't doing nothing wrong. He told them the rules. Apparently, they didn't follow it. He got upset. It happens, and you go from
absolutely.
I think everywhere he said it was cool. They could have easily just got up when he got done and left.
But I mean, absolutely. But
they may have.
I feel like again, if somebody is coming to your establishment that your vision, something you spent time building, and they disrespect something that you put in place, like you can't tell me you're gonna just be professional the whole time. I asked you to please stop doing that. Please stop. No. You gotta get loud because some people don't understand when you say please. Like you gotta give them the same energy they're giving you sometimes.
You mentioned that they're adults and stuff, so it makes sense because like even when like I don't know, my mom would do that, my brother or whatever, or any parent I see sometimes. You know, they say stop or do this, by the time they curse you out, then you do whatever they're saying you do. So sometimes it takes them to curse you out to stop. So maybe he had to do that to tell them, hey, maybe they ain't twerking no more that night. Maybe they did. I don't know. I wasn't there, but. Maybe the twerking ceased that night. Like right now.
I mean, I'm just like, you know.
No more twerking at True. True what? True Kitchen?
It's True Kitchens and Cocktails.
True Kitchen, man.
Yeah, I mean, he according to the article, he said they're gonna change like the music they play, so they're not gonna, I guess, not play. I guess they was playing. They might have been playing Savage. I don't know what
comment said. He said, "I don't want your N-word money." That's what it sound like.
Yikes!
Or your N-word dancing.
I don't think he said
your monkeys.
That.
Get out of here.
Don't think he said that.
Go down the block.
Don't think he said that.
At the spot. Go down the block with that.
No.
That's what it sound like.
No, I don't think so.
Shout out to him though, man.
No.
It took a lot of guts to
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I don't I 1000% stand behind him. Again, it's his establishment. My thing is if you don't like it, peace out.
Yeah, we had prom tonight, y'all. We going to prom where they twerking. And pink. Everybody like the pink. You like the pink.
The pink.
That's why. That's how you gotta say that from now on. You can't even say pink no more.
You gotta say the pink.
I'm not gonna do all that, but that's dope though.
The pink and Chuckalisa.
But all in all, man, hey, it's what it is, bro.
Yo, I mean, like I said, I mean,
you want to twerk? Go to Applebee's.
Period. That's all I got for you. Period. Like, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you know, I mean, if you want to go,
shout out to Applebee's, man.
Go to Corral.
Or you can eat, or you can twerk.
Go to Ryan's.
You know more Ryan's, man. It's another Ryan's.
I don't know.
Ryan's is trash now, though.
Oh yeah, Ryan's used to be the bomb.
When I used to come down here, love
Ryan's to be the bomb, but yeah, it definitely went down here. Go to Corral's going
about True Kitchens now. They stand what they say. They say no twerking. Cut the music off. I ain't playing for real. You was dead ass.
I don't blame him, no, man. I would be pissed off. And like I said again, if I ask you nicely and then you just go because you know some people just like to be defiant. Some people just like to just do whatever they want to do. So that they just like, I'm gonna go and put my behind on the window and just like possibly break your window. Some people twerk real hard. Possibly broke that window.
I doubt it.
Some people no. Some people get into it.
I never seen my twerk and break the window.
All things are possible.
You and this.
All things are possible.
That's been a podcast. All things possible.
All things are possible, y'all.
So it's possible that maybe next week you can twerk at True Kitchens, but apparently this past week couldn't do it. So
listen, unless he's gonna change his email, his
all things are possible.
Unless he's gonna change his rules, I don't see that happening. But like you said, all things are possible.
Amen. Check your non-twerking email. Did I get it?
I can't get that one.
There we go.
Oh man. But yeah, man, good podcast, good topics of conversation. We're getting ready to wrap up the year. Like I said, I feel like 2020